Interpolate from the minority, Deputy Minority Leader Leila de Lima.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, Madam Chair, my colleagues, and our guests here. Medyo susundan ko lang po ng konti yung line of questioning ni Senior Minority, Deputy Minority Leader Egay Erice, and also yung kay Representative Toby Chanco before I go to another set of questions if there is still time. I'd like to start with the question. We all heard the President during the SONA that he is ready to return the GAB if not fully aligned with the NIP, with the National Expenditure Program of the government. Now, syempre may pinaghuhugutan po yun. There must be a reason why ganyan ang kanyang mga pronouncement. And I would like to assume, speculate or assume, is because he was able to get hold of the fact that there were indeed unprecedented cuts and diversions from the NEP. So I'd like to get a confirmation of a factual premise that historically, there are actually no major changes between the NEP and the GA as approved, until the last 3 years of the current administration, where there was unprecedented cuts and diversions. Would you agree with that assumption? No major changes actually between the NEP and the GAB.
For the past, what I know, Madam Chair, is yes, for the past, say 4 years.
Except during the financial crisis in the 1990s, and of course the pandemic in 2020 to 2022, correct?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay. So, hindi po ako nalinawan dun sa sagot kanina. Did the DBCC, did the members of the economic cluster able to see those huge cuts and diversions before it was presented to the President for final approval and signing?
Yung lahat.
Kasi yun po ang naging trend, 2020, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Major differences. But then, because you see, you have to inform, you have to advise the President about the red flags. Kasi he has the option to veto or altogether not approve it, and therefore we have a reenacted budget.
Yes,
Yun ba ay nagawa ng DBCC to inform him about those major cuts?
Madam Chair, when the budget was passed po, we don't have a copy yet. We already got hold of a copy nung na-receive na po ng Office of the President, ng Executive, yung enrolled bill. So, hindi pa po nahimay, but we were able to note, because what we will see initially, Madam Chair, is that the changes, the basic changes, kunyari, yung 1 po, naging 2, yung 2 naging 1. But that's on average, because when we did the veto message, we take into consider all the changes in the department.
Yes,
Even
nagkaroon nga po ng veto sa 2025 GAA,
Yes,
right? Only that it's just it's not very significant compared to the total number of major cuts. Ang question kasi dito, syempre pag may mga binabawasan, lalo na in significant amounts, na-defund, so ilalagay. And normally, would you agree? Or would you confirm also this factual assumption na napupunta yan sa unprogrammed appropriations?
Yes, Madam Chair. I know that some projects were moved to the unprogrammed appropriations. If I may also continue, Madam Chair, the President vetoed 27 billion.
Yes,
Out
as
of
against the total.
As against the total. But I'd like also to inform the body that in our veto message, there's almost 800 billion pesos po that was put on hold for issuance of SARO. And then,
But not actually vetoed.
not actually, it's under conditional veto, Madam Chair. Some of it are still with the departments for their endorsement for
Would you
release.
also confirm that in the case of the 2024 budget, kasi tinitrace po natin yan, sa 2024 budget, among those that were actually defunded, so to speak, and transferred to the unprogrammed appropriations are the foreign-assisted projects?
Yes, Madam Chair.
But in the 2025, it's no longer there? It was retained. How about in 2026 NEP? Because I'm wondering, how can a foreign-assisted, or how can foreign-assisted projects be just taken out from the current funding and transferred to unprogrammed appropriations? Di ho ba, these are loans? And syempre, meron counterpart na yung mga lending foreign institutions.
Madam Chair, for 2025, that's true po. And then the same for 2024 and 2025. But in 2026 po, lahat po ng INVEP, at least in our National Expenditure Program, lahat po ng foreign-assisted projects, both loan proceeds and government counterpart po, is already in the program under each department po. What happens po is that pag nasa program appropriation po, ang provision po kasi na nakasulat sa ating General Appropriations Act is that pag loan proceeds under the special provision, kailangan po namin i-release. Pero yun nga po yung in-explain namin ni Secretary Recto na hindi ito kinakailangan na excess revenue, kaya po tumatama ito sa ating fiscal deficit. Meaning, tumataas po yung fiscal deficit natin. Yung government counterpart po, yun po, we encounter delays because the government counterpart, before we can release it, it needs certification from BTR that we have excess
So that's the
revenue.
reason for the transfer?
No po, that's how we implement it, to make sure that the projects and that the projects of the government, especially the infrastructure projects, are still being funded and albeit the delay.
Okay, and I think in the 2023 or 2024, you just clarify, please, hindi ba ginamit din as sourcing for the unprogrammed appropriations would be the funds from excess, the so-called excess funds from GOCCs? Right? Kasi normally, tatlo lang ang pinanggagalingan ng funding. Yung excess, di ba? And then foreign assisted, and also, yes.
Yes po, there's may new provision po this year. In 2025, yeah, this year, dun sa
For the 2025.
For the 2025, that 2024 ba? 2024, that the fund balance can be used for the projects.
Okay. Doon pa rin sa pagdi-defund the transfer sa unprogrammed appropriations, kasi we all know that when you talk about the National Expenditure Program, that is supposed to be to support the development plans, projects, and priorities of the Executive Department. That's why it's called National Expenditure Program. So kung may inaalis in significant amounts from supposedly regular appropriated items and transferred somewhere else, and then done the automatic appropriations, hindi ho ba na undermine o may impact talaga sa development programs ng gobyerno, ng Executive Department?
Yes po, meron po. Dahil unang-una, madidelay po yung mga programa at saka yung mga proyekto ng ating administrasyon. Madam Chair.
So my hope is that nalaman nyo na at this point, ano yung mga inalisan, yung mga cuts in 2023, 2024, 2025, so that you're perfectly aware for purposes of preparing the National Expenditure Program. Di ho ba?
Madam Chair. Apo.
Do I still have time? Okay.
Yes,
I'll
Senator.
probably
Yes, ma'am.
address this to the Deputy Governor of BSP. Sir, good afternoon po. I was able to note in your presentation that the basic deposit accounts keep increasing. So that's good news. That's positive. Because if the basic deposits accounts keep increasing, and then that would have an impact on the liquidity. I'm just wondering, would those include dubious accounts or those flagged by AMLA, like laundered money from illicit criminal activities? I just thought of it because we all saw the various hearings conducted in the House, particularly before the Quadcom, about the illegal criminal activities, money laundering. Does that include that?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The intent of providing this financial service is to improve financial inclusion. Ito ho yung mga households, mga individuals that in the ordinary circumstances are having a hard time opening a bank account because they don't have the required identification requirements, or they are intimidated by the formal financial banks, or they don't have the proper maintaining balance or opening deposit that needed to have this account. So yun ho talaga yung ating objective for this deposit account. And as I understand ho, the members or the recipients, for example, of the 4-piece program are encouraged to open this account so that it can be used, for example, for such programs of the national government. We don't have information on whether this is used for other purposes.
I would suppose you have a good or foolproof mechanisms in addressing money laundering.
Representative De Lima, if that's okay, that would be the last question
Okay,
for this
yes.
round.
Okay,
Thank you very
thank you.
much.
Yeah. We have a sound AMLA framework. It can be recalled that we just recently got out of the gray list from the and then we have that formally from the UK. We are working on the formal recognition in the European Union. So there are good developments in terms of improving our regulatory framework against money laundering.
Thank you for that, and I will just pursue follow-up questions on that in the course of the committee hearings. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Representative De Lima.